Hey guys, welcome back to the server. This is kind of an odd episode. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because what I did is I actually recorded some segments on Saturday afternoon, and that was the stuff you saw in episode 1. And then I recorded a little bit more segments to follow up on Sunday, to which we resulted in having this build. During that time, we discussed a lot of things that are very, very important, so if you guys could possibly try to watch as much of this video as possible so I can start getting some feedback, that would be really, really appreciated. But I'm going to go ahead and just get into the video and let you guys watch it, and hope to hear back from you guys so I can move forward with how to, progress my channel in ways that are good for me and good for you guys. So here's the clip, and I'm looking forward to the comments, guys. Take care. Hey guys, so we're back at the Blocko. As you can see, what we're going to be working on while I talk here is just getting the next floor installed. So I wanted to go over a few things. First thing, I guess we'll cover the Blocko. As you may notice, as you start to head downward, there will actually be I really should torch grid this properly, but whatever. But as we head downward, there's going to be the ability to actually branch out into the world. Unlike the top level, where some of the branching out would run us into the overworld, and that would look a little weird, we're a little bit confined on the top level. So, as we move down into these lower levels, we'll actually be able to start extending hallways into the, like ground. So we'll be able to work, like, basically we'll be able to branch out. So that's something that'll be out there, which will be really, really cool. And I'm hoping I'm putting these on the right freaking layer. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's correct. But anyway, so I'm definitely wanting to work on this. Some of the other stuff I wanted to go over while I keep saying a lot, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget stuff today, and that means I'm going through my own head while I talk, which, just makes problems. So today's video, we're going to do a lot of little chatting here. I'm going to try to keep it brief, but like always, that never works out. But I want to keep it on a point where it's actually staying on point. If you guys could, I would really appreciate it if you could watch through this whole video, because I am going to want some feedback on stuff as things move along. So, Blocko, we're Season 4. This is the first episode of Season 4. So I have some plans for Season 4, and it's not necessarily related to the fact it's in 1.8. That's not why we waited, all that stuff. Just timing-wise, everything kind of panned out to that. But what I want to do with Season 4 is kind of pull in an idea back from the Healthy Gamer series, where basically I went out into a place where I didn't have any of the OP stuff that we have from the farms here. And I started basically playing the game in a way that, was a bit more restrictive. Now, I won't go as restrictive kind of thing. I would be considering restarting my technology tiers and stuff like that. So basically, I would, get a little bit of food and, go out and, punch some trees, get started. I wouldn't make you watch any of that, because obviously at this point nobody wants to watch that, especially in a series that's kind of already developed. But I think it would be interesting to be able to go through the challenge and kind of get a feel for, what you can do in Minecraft as a beginning player a little bit. But also, I kind of want to get away from using the OP tools and get back to playing Minecraft a little bit at its nature. Now, I know for you guys, a lot of you guys are probably here because of JL and Zip Crowd guys and stuff like that. So I know you're into the technical farms, not necessarily the typical LP grindy stuff. That being said, I know there are people out there who enjoy just watching me play and listening to me talk, which is kind of what the typical LP would be. So I kind of want to get an idea of how interested you guys are in that, which means that I'm going to need you to light up the comments on this one and give me some feedback so I can figure out which way I'm going to go with stuff. I still think I'll mostly do the idea I'm having. It's just how I'll go about doing it. The idea of using farms versus using, say, just typical go mine and stuff like that. A few things to point out to consider while thinking about this. You do need to realize that if I do have to mine and stuff like that, then that eats up time of me not really working on projects. That being said, it also kind of helps me calm down and be happy. Like, I really enjoy just kind of sitting there and grinding and like mining and stuff like that. And it could be some fun stuff that would add to it and be a part of the whole series. So I would be curious to see if you guys would be interested in me going that approach a bit. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but, you know, I kind of want to get back to, you know, just Minecraft before the massive OP farms a little bit. But more so, I just want to do really cool stuff. That being said, some of the projects I have on my list that will be a bit challenging if I don't use farms, or maybe what I would do is like intermediate farms, not such huge automated stuff, like maybe a single cell iron golem or something like that, like the old school stuff, you know, throwback series almost. Something like that, maybe. That would be interesting. Then I can still get farming done, but, you know, I don't need like a foundry or something like that for one person. You don't go through stuff enough. And I won't be building with iron blocks in that situation, obviously. So that won't really be the need to have that many. So yeah, that's... I really would be interested to see what you guys think about that. Now, some project ideas I have. There's a lot of stuff from 1.8/Season 4 that's going to be going on, guys. I'm in charge of getting the roads and everything set up at spawn, so we can finally start actually, you know, getting our members to be able to build at spawn. And I would like to get that city, or the spawn city, to be built like something you would see in a creative world that's just like, oh my god, impressive. Similar to what the, you know, main building is. Now, I don't expect my server members all to be that level of builder, because obviously I'm not even close. But I do want to see a valid amount of effort put into it. And that means that, you know, we might, I don't know, it'll be interesting. But I'm in charge of that, and I've been doing that for a while now. But I've been distracted over the summer. Obviously, the big dig took up a lot of my time. Now that, you know, big dig's obviously done, we've moved on. I haven't really... I've really kind of been burnt out a little bit and quite unhappy with Mojang, which I'll get into a little bit later. And so I haven't really got that stuff done. But once I get that stuff done, then obviously things are going to be happening there. So that'll be cool. Obviously with 1.8, we've been waiting on that for the Nether Hub. And so it'll be really, really cool to get back underway with that. And yeah, so actually, excuse me one second, guys. I will be right back. Okay, guys, back. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Completely forgot where I was at on train of thought. I was talking about, obviously, working on Nether Hub. So yeah, there were blocks we wanted for the Nether Hub. We've already done some prep work for our Guardian farm. So we'll be doing that. Obviously, we want to get a Nether perimeter set up because I don't think our current Wither Skull system will translate over to 1.8. Which we should be updating. I think I covered this earlier in the video on the door clip. I think Thanksgiving Day is when we're updating to 1.81 finally, hopefully. So yeah, I've got, let's see, that's not even it. We're working on removing the End Island, a bit of a homage to the first season when we were still known as VibeCraft, so that will be cool. So that's underway. A lot of the new members have been really kicking a lot of ass. As I said, this is like 2 weeks after their intro, and you're just now finding out about them. I really suggest you go check out their channels because they're doing work, and it's really, really awesome. So I'm really happy with how the server's going, to the point where I'm not like required to be here for things to function. And that's really, really nice to not have that pressure on me that I constantly have to be here in order for stuff to get done. So it's really awesome that a lot of the new guys have really stepped up and just they're killing it. They're doing all that I can hope for, so it's really awesome. So there's that, and I'm probably forgetting tons of other projects. I mean, there's so much stuff I want to do. I'll cover that stuff in later episodes on here, because I'm not gonna put it in here and, you know, have you guys we're not going to go through it. There's so much content that I want to make, kind of thing. That being said, I want to get on to a slightly important topic here. Concerning YouTube streaming, playing Minecraft, all that stuff. I'm kind of at a point where I'm really worn out, and I love playing Minecraft. I really enjoy it. I love doing these builds. It's really awesome. Seeing the work the guys are doing over on Conspiracy, and seeing the work of the new guys here, and the projects in, you know, the future. Like, it's really exciting. I love Minecraft still, but there is a few things that are weighing on me here, guys. First of all, I kind of set a goal that by end of summer I would have 500 subs or I was done, and I blew that through, and that was fantastic. You guys, you know, obviously subbed, and here we go. We're still continuing. Then I also had an idea that by the end of the year I wanted to be at 1,000 subs. Now, it's not so much like, oh, I want to get Minecraft popular. I don't really care about that. I mean, it would be cool, but it's not a priority in my life. I don't see this as ever being a career, because monetarily, I don't see it as a thing. I've got a few really gracious supporters who have been tipping very, very nicely lately, and I mean, that's really helped, you know, get the financial situation for everything in a pretty good situation. So I don't have to worry about putting my personal funds into stuff anymore. I can continue to grow and do things without having to sit there and think about the money behind it. Can I not do this? That being said, I still don't have a decent computer chair, and that will need to be addressed at some point, but I'll figure that out later. But basically, it's a combination of a few things. One, waiting for 1.8.1. I thought once 1.8 came out, usually they're pretty quick to get the next fix out. And with some of the issues with 1.8, I really didn't feel comfortable updating. Now, these issues were not major, kind of thing. I could have probably updated and been okay. I mean, ZipCrowd guys updated, they didn't have any problems. So I feel like there's a good possibility we would have been okay to do it. But, that being said, one thing, I'm kind of glad we didn't, because we were running 1.7.9, and had we updated 1.7.9 to 1.8, we would have lost our stats, which means that this fantastic little thing right here would have been gone, and that would have been sad. But it just I don't know. I thought it was going to be quick enough to update to, you know, a fixed version of 1.8, because I'm at the point where I don't trust the official release anymore. The first official release of a new version after 1.7, which technically didn't have an official release, but still they had a release. I was not. Hey, Dreth. It was not an official release, but it was some buggy ass thing, and thankfully I was heading to Minecon last year, so the server didn't even get updated anyway. So we got lucky with that, and then there's so many. I had to block off the villagers yesterday while I was working on the door, because I didn't want people coming in and disturbing me, because redstone's frustrating enough for me. But yeah, so freaking we got lucky with that and didn't have to go through any of the headaches that some servers had to deal with the 1.7 release. So ever since then, I've really hit the point of just not trusting the first release. And yeah, 1.8 didn't really sound like it was in that great of condition either, so I was very hesitant to update. Now, had someone told me I was going to be waiting 2+ months to freaking update my server, I probably would have risked it, and if anything went really bad, we had backups, no big deal. But yeah, I thought it was going to be 2 weeks, not 2 months. So during that time, we updated to 1.7.10 to take care of the stats and everything for our server jar. So that should be good. What I found lovely about this 1.7.10, and I don't know if it just seems to be me or what the deal is, and I've talked to Cabo about it, the debugger for when you know your server's lagging and having problems. Yeah, it quite frustratingly. Let's see. It goes over what? I can't figure. I think it's 2 over, and then starts cutting up. I think. I probably should know this better. Yeah, it looks like 2 and then cuts out. So, I was being told that there was some lag on the server one day, so I came on, and a lot of this stuff, if you watch my streams, you've already heard this rant, so you can probably just skip a little bit ahead, or if you want to hear me rant about it again. I got on, I was having no problems with the server, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and run the debug and make sure there's nothing small level, low level, something going on that's not right and causing the server problems for people playing. Because, you know, I'm very, if you haven't noticed, I'm very aggressive with making sure I have a quality performing server and give my players the best experience possible. This is a very important core value of mine and has always been something that I've cared about. Well, so I run the debugger, and then all of a sudden the beacon effects start wearing off. And once the beacon effects start wearing off, it's like, okay, well, cool, good news. Debugger's running, so we'll be able to see what the source of the lag is. Fantastic. I mean, of all the times for there to be lag, that's pretty much as ideal as it gets. Because now I have a way to find out exactly what's going on. Yes, this is good. Yeah, okay, so it runs, does its thing. I stop it, the lag then stops. And so I go to check the little printout it gave me, or quote-unquote printout, I guess. Let's see, it goes over 2 and then goes straight, so I think this should be straight, I believe. So I go to check out that little output, to which it tells me at the very top of the file, and I say top for a reason, top of the file it says we're running at like 4 ticks per second. Now, a Minecraft server is supposed to run at 20 ticks per second. That means we're running at something like, what, 20% efficiency? So we're running at 20% of what we're supposed to be running at. That's a real serious problem. I don't like it. So then, of course, naturally, you would look down lower into the file to where it would tell you, hey, this is what's wrong. Except there was no lower part of the file. Freaking cannot believe this. It had enough ability to print out, hey, your ticks per second are shit. But we don't actually have anything to report to you at all. So you can't figure it out whatsoever. This is the tool that comes with the jar from Mojang. This is the tool, the only tool in vanilla Minecraft that is supposed to give me the ability to diagnose what the fuck is lagging my server. It doesn't work. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I mean, this was like the breaking point, guys. Like, I really was just so frustrated at that point because I put so much time and effort into servers. I finally just, like, I almost broke down in tears, to be honest. I was just exhausted. I've been fighting for 2 years to keep a top-level performing server. I do not skimp with trying to find a good quality host, good quality product. And once that happened, I mean, the only tool that I have to even attempt to try to, you know, make my server run better, it doesn't even work. Like, that's it. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I lost it. I snapped. I was like, I can't do this anymore. That's the first time where, and this is where I feel like it's kind of a big deal because, what the hell? Seriously? It's the first time where I feel like I failed as a server owner because I really just told my player base, I was like, guys, if there's major lag, I'll reset the server, but beyond that, I'm done trying to troubleshoot. And that's just a bad server admin. But I'm at that point, and this isn't excusable, I really shouldn't ever be that way. I mean, that's my job, my task. But I finally hit the point where I was so exhausted that I lost my love for the game and the desire to even play. I was so frustrated and so mad that I just stopped. Like, that was it. It was the straw that broke the camel's back thing. I was just like, okay, I'm done. I don't care anymore. And, you know, that unfortunately translated to me not wanting to play Minecraft because I was just so upset. Like, anytime I got on here, I got mad and bothered. And I was like, you know, I'm just so tired of supporting a product as a content producer. Minecraft is really awesome, but I'm so frustrated with Mojang at this point. I only feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 guys over there who really even has a fucking clue what they're doing, and the rest of them are just they're just causing more issues than they're worth. I'm just not impressed, and I'm not happy with Mojang at this point. I actually am happy that Microsoft has bought them out officially, just for the sheer fact that I really don't think that they can hurt it. I guess, yeah, they could go in there and force you to buy content and stuff like that, and yeah, that would hurt the quality experience and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there is that. But I'm talking about in terms of development, I don't think they could do anything to hurt the development of this game at this point. I just don't think they could. Now, I know there's already going to be people who are going to argue tooth and nail that, yeah, there is, blah, blah, blah. But my point being, after my experiences with it, as a server owner, it's almost got me to the point of quitting, or just giving up on the server and joining someone else's server and never having to worry about running a damn server again. After 2 years, that's very, very exhausting. After I took a little bit of time away, for those of you who watch streams, I have been playing Don't Starve a lot. Specifically, Don't Starve together with Nuke, and a little bit of single player myself. I think I'm going to start producing some of that content for YouTube if I continue enjoying it. Dang it, seriously. Like, worst possible time for that call. Okay, guys. Give me just a minute. I will be right back. That's my dad calling, so it might be something important. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Dad needed to call and see about some work and such. Anyway, so trying to get back on topic here. Basically, I'm thinking about producing some Don't Starve content for the channel, which some people may enjoy, some people may not. If I do that, I'm gonna do it in a way that's unique. I'm not gonna just sit there and do an LP on it. I'm gonna do something interesting with it, so it's entertaining to watch. But I think that will most likely come down to I'll probably do it more once I get accustomed to the game, and maybe when I start like Reign of Giants or something like that, because I haven't played Reign of Giants yet, so at least there would also be some first reaction type stuff. But yeah, so I've been doing that in place of Minecraft, which is part of the reason why you haven't seen any content, along with me being just exhausted with running the server stuff. So hopefully there won't be as much of a thing from here on out. I'm hoping that things will be more active. With Season 4, I'm hoping to produce more content weekly on YouTube, but I can't guarantee that. It's one of those things. I'm not going to sit there and set a schedule. I'm not going to say, yes, this will happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to confine myself to that, because that's how I usually end up not getting stuff done, and then get just frustrated by the idea of having some little set schedule that I'm just not able to keep up. But I am going to do everything I can to produce content that's interesting, and really, I'm just going to put a lot of effort into making stuff enjoyable and something to watch, which you guys seem to enjoy listening to me talk about things. So if I have stuff to talk about, I'm just going to put out an episode. It may be a little grindy episode, something like this, but since you guys do seem to enjoy me doing this, then, you know, I don't see a reason not to do it, and I enjoy talking about it and being able to share my insights with you guys. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on, guys. Like, if you couldn't tell, if you couldn't hear my voice, I clearly was, like, probably for about a month, just absolutely turned off by Minecraft. I had no interest in dealing with it because of my frustrations. I'm finally back to the point where I really do want to play again, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on. And as I said, it really helps having the new guys, like, really stepping up and just killing the projects. And helping out some of the other older members who've been, you know, pulling a lot of weight. So for once, you know, it's not just the same few people doing all the work on the server, and I'm able to take a little bit of a breather without the server shutting down. And that is very, very important to me, because I want the server to function even if I'm not around, kind of thing. So there's that. Very, very happy, and it's made a huge difference for me. So the goal with this season, we have 6 months in the season. I have some goals. One goal is to get this Block O complete. I'm really going to try to get the Block O complete this season, and that's going to be challenging. Obviously, spawn. I would like to get the roads done, and that's going to be like top priority. I want to get that done ASAP. So I want to get the roads done so people can start building, and then I would obviously like to build my house and or my little place there. I'm not even going to bother doing a shop, I don't think. But well, I don't know. I may end up doing a shop. I just got to come up with something creative. I haven't figured that out yet. But get spawn done. That's a high priority. A nether hub track, so that beautiful V that we made actually has a use. That would be kind of cool. And then, yeah, I have other projects that I'm not going to mention yet. And one of them would be is one of the projects I want to do for the people who've been supporting me. I think I have something that'll be kind of cool with that and challenging. I hope enjoyable. I'm not going to do the room that I was planning on doing because, quite frankly, I don't like the idea anymore at all. I really don't like it. The more I've thought about it, the less I like it. I just not a fan of it. It's the same thing everyone else does, blah, blah, blah. I want to do something a little bit different, and I have some ideas. But they are going to be slow developing ideas. It's going to take a while for me to get that job done because survival Minecraft has its limitations. So that's the stuff I'd like to do for Season 4. I'm probably forgetting something. I don't want to reveal any projects yet because until I've decided which direction I want to go, I don't really want to commit to something on video and be like, oh, hey, we're doing this, and then I never do it, and you guys just be like, you're a dick. So this is probably going to leave like a spot here if I don't fix this somehow. That's annoying. Good enough. Then some other things I wanted to cover for the YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm going to try to do everything in 60 frames per second unless you guys like provide feedback and say you don't like it. And also, like as I said, Don't Starve content's probably going to be a thing. I'm going to try to do something interesting. I'm probably going to start branching out into other games, guys, which means that sometimes my Minecraft content may lull a bit, but I've gotten to the point where I really need an occasional break. Now, I like to try to keep these games involving multiplayer, so like Nuke and I can play, because we tend to enjoy similar style games. Like Space Engineers was quite fun. The only downside to that is Nuke understands more about Space Engineers, and I don't feel like Space Engineers is remotely intuitive. Like I had a lot of trouble grasping it. I was just happy to build on one of our streams. I was just happy to build a freaking light on the ceiling. That was my highlight of the stream. I built a green freaking light. That's what I did. Meanwhile, Nuke built this like super advanced freaking mining drill ship that I have no fucking clue how he did it. So, yeah, I would like to actually be able to contribute to the series and do interesting stuff. And so far, I basically don't see, like, I was trying to avoid watching videos when I'm going to produce or play a different game, especially like Don't Starve. I really don't want spoilers on that kind of stuff. So when I do that, that leaves me a little blind, and obviously I want to avoid a wiki if possible, because wikis generally tend to give you way too much information and completely deprive you of the whole self-exploration and discovery part of it, which is a lot of fun with a lot of games. Like, that's why I love Don't Starve, is I'm learning a lot of stuff on my own. And the way I've played that one is basically I don't open the wiki on something until I've kind of messed with it in game or discovered it in game. And so there's still a lot of stuff about that I don't even know. I have vague ideas because I do follow the the forums, or excuse me, not forums, Reddit on that. So I have a vague idea with some of this stuff. I think if we do 2 over, and then this should be here. So I have some vague ideas, but I haven't ruined everything for myself, kind of thing. So I still have a lot to discover, and that's really, really exciting, especially because single player has a lot more content than Don't Starve together. So I'm really going to have some fun with that. And I want to play Banished at some point. I mean, shit, it's almost been a year since I got that game, or it came out, and I still haven't touched it, and that's quite frustrating for me. A game that Zisto recently started playing that I discovered a long time ago through Quill18, Factorio. The more I watch him play that, the more, God, I really want to play it. It seems really, really fun. I know he's upped the spawn rate of the AI monster things, so that's quite interesting. And the way he's doing, I really like his approach. I'm not going to produce a content series along those same lines because obviously he's already done it, and I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know if that's a game I would ever bother producing. I just don't know if it's a game that I would be good at even putting content out on. But I might stream it. So if you're interested in some of these different games that I play, check out the streams. This is very important because I am streaming a lot when I'm wanting to get stuff done and I don't feel like making YouTube videos because I don't feel like editing. That is generally my outlet. So as I said, I'm going to start branching out to do some more games and put content up and try to have some fun with it. And that's just what it is. If you're here just because of the Minecraft content, I will continue to produce Minecraft content, especially in Contingency and everything. I hope you guys enjoy that, but please, if you don't have any interest in the other stuff, just, understand I need to do other stuff than Minecraft. It's not so much, well, it's not so much that I need to, it's just that I want to. I really want to do different things. Like, to me, Minecraft, the only challenge left at this point is doing something massive like this and getting it complete, because it seems like the majority of Minecraft players can't complete a project. That's pretty much my only motivation at this point for challenges. So I've got a lot of really cool stuff in my head that I want to do. I want to get better as a builder. I really would like to, at some point, use World Painter and actually make stuff with that and use creative mode and develop really cool builds and get better at building. But all that stuff takes time, which takes away from survival, which generally means that there's less of this content, which seems to upset people sometimes. But that's pretty much it. I think we're going to end the episode with that. I probably missed a billion topics. So more than likely you'll see another episode coming up after this at some point that will probably cover the topics that I completely freaking just skipped over because Mojang frustrates me, and I want to make sure I discuss my channel branching out a bit because I really just don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to be just a Minecraft person. I'm good at it. I enjoy it. People clearly enjoy it because people continue to watch me, but I do want to do other stuff. And I guess originally at some point I thought maybe this would become a thing, maybe some income, maybe a possible hobby that could, make some extra money for me, stuff like that. I've given up on it. I don't see that as a thing. So I'm just going to treat this completely as I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing. And we'll see how that goes. That's really what it is. I don't see this as a career because I just don't think... I don't think I have what it takes for this as a career. I'd rather go back to playing poker. That's really what it comes down to. So if I want money, I'm going to the casino and I'm going to go hit the poker tables and go that direction. Here, it's just about having fun, playing a game, and if you guys want to come along for the ride, that is fantastic. Otherwise, I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. No reason to get my hopes too high or expectations. I'm just going to have fun playing, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm not going to bother turning ads back on anymore. Screw it, whatever. If you appreciate that, then feel free to throw a little bit of money at me for it, because that's about all fucking YouTube's going to give me. Screw them on that front. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. And again, please comment below, provide feedback. Let me know what you think, what you want to see, your feelings about things. I will do my best to take things to heart and direct my channel in a way that is as entertaining as possible. But like I said, this is my channel, this is my thing. I'm going to try to stay true to what I started out as, but it's time for me to spread my damn wings and start flying a bit, because this cage is getting fucking old. I'm so tired. I got to do something different or I'm going to lose my mind. So there's going to be some other content out there. It's just, if there's particular content or games you guys would like to see me play, feel free to comment below and let me know. I can't guarantee I'll play it because it depends on the game. But I kind of want to stay away from doing shooters. I'm not going to buy a shooter game ever. If someone were to buy me one, I would consider playing it. Certain ones, yes. Other ones, not a chance. But I don't want that to be a focus, and it will probably never be on my YouTube, because I'm just not going to... I'm just not into that. I'll stream it, but I'm not going to produce YouTube videos on that shit, because, number one, I'm probably horrible at them. Number two, I just... No, that's not how I want my audience built. So, that's it for today's episode, guys. We got some decent progress done on the next layer, and as I said, I want to really start getting work done on this base, and start branching out to the other side projects, especially since 1.8 is around the corner, and that was kind of my in-head marker and everything for what I want to do. So that's pretty much it. I can't wait. Things are feeling pretty good lately, so that's awesome, and I feel like this decision is going to continue that trend. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode. Take care and have a good holiday. Oh, and for those of you still watching, fuck Michigan. Go Bucks.